In number 1, if the month is November, is the P. So I've got a P here. Oh, I'm not. Oh, I didn't hit click. I didn't hit share. Can you see it now? So if it's the 13th of the month is November, right? So that's going to be Friday. Then it's Friday. That's Q. It's Friday. That's Q. This is converse. Converse has a V in it. It is not valid. Okay. Same thing down here. If a student gets an A on a final exam, that's P. And then she gets an A on a final exam, that's P. But then down here, I've got then a student will pass the course and Jane passes a course. That's Q and that's Q. This is converse again. Converse has a V in it. That means it is not valid. Okay. Between the other two, if you read a book, that's P. If you read a book, that's P. Then you enjoy yourself, that's Q. Then you enjoy yourself, that's Q. And then I've got another set of statements here. So then your time is well spent, that's R. Then you read a good book. Oh, that's P again. What the heck? That's P again. I can't have 3 Ps, right? I can't have 2 Ps at the beginning. 2 hypotheses don't work if they're the same. And I don't even know where this time well spent came from. There's nothing else that matches that. So it can't be B. This is like all kinds of crazy syllogism, which means it must be this Cain and Rufus. So that's P. Then it's endangered. That's Q. Then it's a red wolf. That's R. Then its scientific name is Canis rufus. That's P. Then it's a red wolf. That's R. Then it's endangered. That's Q. That's a whole lot of crazy going on. So let me rewrite it over here. I've got Q and then P in the first sentence. And then R. No, I got P and then Q. Sorry. This is where it gets crazy. I'm going too fast. So P to Q, Canis rufus, and then R to P, R to P. The P's cancel out, and what's left is R to Q. This is syllogism, and it works. Okay, so that's how we would do that one, and I know that's a lot of P's and Q's and craziness. In number 2, what was the first angle you guys found? Anybody? Okay, I like finding 1 first. That's actually what I did too. Usually I don't go for the triangles first, but because it was a right angle, I did. So in order to find angle 1, you've got to know that triangles equal 180 degrees. So I know the 90 plus angle 1 plus the 43 has to equal 180. And what'd you get for number 1, for angle 1? 47. Perfect. So this is triangle sum. What about the next angle? What do you find next? 2 or 3? It's the only one you can find. What do you find next? 2. So the 43 and the 2 make a linear pair. Okay, throwback to a lot of vocabulary ago. They make a straight line. If you think about it as half a circle, that's 180 degrees. So your equation here is 180 equals 43 plus angle 2. And what'd you get for angle 2? 137. Thank you for being brave. So then our final angle is angle 3, and we've got another triangle over here. So the triangles add up to 180. So 180 equals angle 12 plus angle 2, which we calculated as 137, plus angle 3. And what'd you get for angle 3? 31. Perfect. Computer feels like it's glitchy today. What's number 3 asking us for? Because half the problem here is just answering the right question. What's it asking us for? Distance. Length means the same as distance, ladies and gentlemen. How do I find distance? Right? X minus x squared plus y minus y squared. You've got to memorize this. It's not on any formula sheet. You just got to know it. The other thing to do is you can label them. So you can go -10 to the left and +4 up, and that's W. And you can go -3 to the left and -1 down, that's X. And then you could make this right triangle. Anybody like making the right triangles? So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the y's. And we can get that by doing 4 minus -1. 4 minus -1 squared is going to be 5 squared. That's our 5 squared right there. And then if we come over here, we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 across the x-axis. And we get our 7 with -10 minus -3. -10 minus -3 squared. Make sure you put your negatives in parentheses. That's crazy important. So -10 minus -3 is going to be -7 squared. Notice the +5 I did not have in parentheses, but the -7 I did. Please, please, please don't forget the actual face. You've got to take the square root at the end. So -7 times -7, or -7 squared, is 49. And 25, which gives me the square root of 74 as my answer. I get that here by doing 5 squared plus 7 squared, which is square root of 74. Same thing. Pythagorean theorem over on the graph. Distance formula over here in the white space. Both of them work. Both of them work equally as well. Number 4, what's the first thing I have to do? This is straight from the test. Find the missing angle. I love it. Notice that this is definitely not drawn to scale. You're going to get your answer and you go, Right? It used to be a song. Things that make you go, What is F? What's the measure of F? 90. Does that look like a 90-degree angle? It does not, but we're going to put a little right angle box in there just to make sure that we know that it's a right angle. So how do I order things from longest to shortest? How do I know which side is longest? Do I go straight through the middle? So sometimes I put a dot in the middle of the triangle. I haven't done that for you guys yet, but it's kind of a good thing if you're still struggling with this. Go straight from the largest angle, which is F, to the opposite side. That means DE is the longest side. DE is going to be longest. Then I can choose a different color, and I'm going to go to the medium angle. So the medium angle is the 53. I go straight from the 53 like I'm shining a flashlight through the middle of the triangle, and I hit EF. It's like a spotlight on a stage. Okay. And then I can go to my smallest angle, which is 37, and I go again straight through that middle dot, and I get to DF. DF. So those who haven't taken the test, haven't finished the test, need to retake the test. Hopefully I see you in office hours today at 2 o'clock. And we'll go over some of these, and then I'll give you an opportunity to retake that test. Okay. What can I check over here on the right side? What is the relationship between these two angles here? Are they inside or outside of the parallel lines? They are definitely inside. So it's got to be either inside or inside. It can't be exterior. It can't be exterior. They're definitely not vertical because they don't make a V. So are they on the same side or alternate sides of that transversal? Same side. So same side interior. They're not corresponding. Corresponding angles would be like this one and this one. Corresponding is one exterior and one interior. Okay, so they're definitely not corresponding. How do I set up the equation for same side equations? equals 180. It's hard to see, but I have one obtuse and one acute. So they're going to equal 180. So x plus 109 plus x plus 89 equals 180. I combine all my like terms, and 2x equals negative 18, and then x equals negative 9. That's how I would solve that. Normally in geometry, if you get a negative number, you should stop and pause, just like we stopped and paused when we had that acute angle in the picture and we calculated it to be 90. There's not a whole lot of negative numbers in geometry. The reason this one is okay is because if I put it back in to my equations or my expressions, I don't get a negative angle. So you can have negative variables, you just can't have negative angles yet. When you get to math analysis, you'll definitely be able to have negative angles, just not here. Questions on any of those warm-ups? The ones I checked before we started going over them looked great. All right, let's get into the lesson today then.